Making my way through the darkness, a million eyes on me. I don't care, I don't care. Making my way through the spilling, sticking it out just to see. I don't care, I don't care. The moment's come now, so take it. To fight for what I believe, 'cause I can, yeah I can.
So last time on Road to Arlathan, you all watched in horror as the Black City descended from the sky. However, upon realizing that Bronwyn was no longer at camp, you found a note from the warden that led you all racing towards the city. Entering the city gates, you followed the path to its center where a great black castle loomed over you. Falandine refused to enter, as did Asira at first, and Ashan managed to convince Ashara to stay with him as well. However, when the god let it slip that he knew Bronwyn had left and had even encouraged her to go, Ashara changed her mind, kissing her childhood friend before heading straight into the castle. Asira, on the other hand, had been content to stay with Ashan and Falandine while the others went on to get Bronwyn, but the castle door slammed shut, locking the entire party inside before she had a chance to join them. With Clay and Diani at the lead, the party made their way further into the decrepit castle, finally finding Bronwyn in a chamber with 6 magical barriers. Behind 4 of the barriers were people you recognized from both ancient and recent history: Divine Justinia, Alonin, Nephroth, and Andraste herself. The other 2 were seemingly empty. Diani freed the prophetess, only for you all to find that she had no recollection of her last days or her husband's betrayal. However, she immediately recognized Lila as her own kin. Before Diani had the chance to take down the other barriers, a scraggly man with blood smeared across the bridge of his nose came running down the stairs from above, horrified that Andraste had been freed. After some arguing with the others, Hawk helped Bronwyn to break away from the party once more and descend the stairs. She found herself in the throne room where a glowing green orb floated above the dais at its center, radiating blighted energy. She reached out to touch it, causing the orb to shatter as a necrotic pulse went through her hand and up her arm before the flesh crumbled to ash. In the room below, the remaining barriers were expelled as the orb was broken and the prisoners turned on the party. Notice how I read that without once losing my spot.
That was fucking amazing.
That was very well written.
It's because I have space now.
Yeah.
So we're going to start off by rolling initiative. And for those of you I haven't talked to because of proximity privileges, not Diani, Bronwyn is going to be rolling with disadvantage all through combat because she's been thrown off balance by the loss of her limb.
Makes sense.
Also, the first couple turns will be whatever's going on with Bronwyn before she joins everyone else.
Yeah. You mean crying?
Yeah. Yes, Sebastian.
Diani was up there.
About Diani being upstairs?
What?
Diani got up.
Diani
Past
went
all.
upstairs. Yeah. I commanded Hawk to move.
Oh yeah, you did. Let me
Allie's just being held right now.
do some edits while y'all roll your initiative.
Yeah,
I rolled
mine,
like
and
shit anyway.
Exactly, like it's perfect for everything she's going through right now that I managed to roll badly, and I have a -1. So
I rolled a nat 1.
Is it do
This
I
is
roll
going well.
disadvantage for initiative or just for my attack rolls?
Just for your attack rolls.
Okay.
Why is it? Oh,
But
that's
you can still react quickly. You just
fine.
And
can't
nat
fight as
1
well.
for
Callie did nix my concept of her just tying the axe to her little nub and swinging it around.
That would have been awesome.
Okay, let me
Just
join
put it in your teeth and just like start swinging your head around. It'll be fine.
I don't think her jaw is big enough.
Oh yeah, it's a big battle axe. Something in a little hatchet.
If she holds it in her mouth, she can't spit on her enemies. It's like half her move.
That's true.
I was gonna say if it was anyone but her boyfriend who might make her an arm, someone might like fully attach the axe to the arm, but I feel like Clay wants those hands to be able to do other things too.
Fuck yeah, he does.
The joke has always been that we all have two hands.
That's what I was saying.
How are we gonna hold hands now?
She will have 2 hands.
Someone's just gonna get the nub.
Mhm.
Someone has to hold
All right, Asira, would you roll?
I rolled a 7.
All right, Ashara.
A nat 1 for a total of 5.
Cool. Bronwyn,
14.
Clay,
21.
Deanna,
11.
Lila.
You roll nat 1 as well.
No, I rolled a 6 and I have a -1.
So 5, and I'm
So 5.
guessing Ashara's got the higher dex.
Yeah.
I need
For sure.
to do some rolls.
I would like to argue that Clay's first turn needs to be used to get out of Hawk's grasp.
Hark.
Hark's.
Yeah, he is grappled at the moment.
He is grappled and also spellbound, so
Although the question is whether, because Hawk has to roll initiative, right? So
yeah.
I'm assuming Hawk is fighting with us. Just hoping here.
Not against us, yeah, hoping. Apparently that guy took down a nightmare, so he's the one that's going to be keeping us alive.
I know, right?
He does
I feel like
have
we're on
a
one hit point, and Hallie's just like, and then Hawk killed them all.
Yep.
To be
We
fair,
could-
Hawk doesn't know who we are.
I mean,
We're just
didn't
people
tell him
who-
the Inquisitor sent us, so hopefully he'll take that at face value. Hopefully.
So, where we left off, you all kind of watch as Andraste's form shifted slightly, her eyes going white. She looks at you, Lila, and just kind of grins. And as this happens, you feel this searing heat go through your hand. Or through, not through your hand. Because you kissed her hand. That's what I'm going on. You feel this searing heat go through your body. And it's almost like there's a fire inside of you that's burning you from the inside out. And you take 6 damage as you feel this fire burning inside of you. But then she is going to reach down to her side and draw her sword. That's a natural 18. To hit you. And let me see.
We do if it meets, it beats, right?
Yeah, but it was a natural 18 plus 9 to hit.
Oh, +9. Okay, great. Woo! And that hits.
Yeah. So she draws her sword, her long sword, and she brings it down as you are like burning from within. She brings it down on you, and you take 13 points of damage on top of the 6 from the burning. And then let me see. As she's watching you just kind of sit there in pain, she is going to am I right there? I'm right there. She is going to teleport. And she is going to end up right here.
What? Excuse me? But Darkspawn don't. But if she's. Oh no.
So that is going to be her turn, and Clay is up next. You are grappled.
I am grappled. I am grappled by a handsome man, and I'm like up against his chest, and I'm just like, I am gonna try and get out of that grip, so I'm gonna try and disengage.
Yeah.
What am I rolling? Strength?
I am double checking, grappling, escaping grapple. You're using your action, and you can roll either strength or dex, contested by Hawk's strength.
Okay.
Let me find where I put my phone so I can look at his character sheet. So either roll, it's athletics or I think acrobatics, if you get any extra for those.
Yeah.
And it's against his athletics.
I got a 19.
I need to roll, don't I? Well, that was a natural 1. So.
Oh my god. I rolled a 14 and I was like, oh, I'm not the best.
So you were able to kind of kick at him and propel yourself, kind of like flipping over in his arms to land on your feet in front of him.
Fuck yeah.
Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
That was
all of
mine. That was my action. Then let me see if I have a bonus action. I don't really have. Could that have been my boson or my cunning action, as it's a disengage, or does that not count?
I don't think it counts.
Okay. Since I'm now disengaged, can I just? The stairs are behind us, so I'm going to move. So there's the J and there's the M. I'm gonna move 2 spaces down and to the right of Hawk, so like I'm closer to the M, but then in line with him still.
So 2 spaces.
And then 1 to the right. No, up still. Yeah. And I'm gonna stay there, and I'm gonna turn and look at him while drawing my daggers, and I'm going to say, never thought I'd be fighting next to the champion of Kirkwall, and wink at him, and then I'm just gonna face the rest of the room.
Okay, and it's his turn next. He kind of grunts as you kick him, and
Good.
as you run away, he's just kind of looking at you like, you don't know what you're messing with, kid.
No,
And
that's the point.
he is going to charge headfirst towards Divine Justinia.
Nice.
Because that's Hawk. And he is going to I think he's gonna dagger.
Dagger.
Yeah, he's gonna dagger. Well, that was in that 1, so that one's not gonna hit. The other one is an 11 plus 8. What's her AC? I wrote down her AC. That hits. So that hits her. He like swings at her with 1 dagger, and she kind of twists and dodges, and then he stabs at her with the other one, and she takes. Where's a D4? That's a D4. 7 points of damage.
Ooh.
Marker. Okay, your AT. I can't math that quick, so I'm just gonna guess. That's close enough. Okay, and that is his turn. Since you two are both next in line, I'm gonna have a quick scene between Bronwyn and Diani. So what are y'all doing? You kind of walk up. You hear the shatter as you're going up the stairs. And as you enter into the crumbling throne room, you just see Bronwyn standing there kind of clutching at her elbow, and there's nothing beyond it.
Bronwyn just kind of looks at Diani and is like, stay away from me.
She definitely sprinted up the stairs because Bronwyn screamed, so she definitely was not walking. I think that Tiani probably just absolutely ignores Bronwyn's words and just kind of, you know, when you run at something and you kind of just drop halfway and kind of skid your skid over, does that and kind of slides to a stop in front of Bronwyn and like starts like patting her over, looking for any kind of
Where'd your arm go?
obviously she can't help the arm thing right now, but and just kind of like patting her shoulder and like touching her face and making sure that she is alive and alert and okay as much as she can be.
Bronwyn is literally like backing up, like trying to like create space. Like she's obviously very worried. And I don't know if Diani would pick up on this specifically, that like she is going to be contagious with the amount of blight that she just absorbed.
I don't think that Diani knows about like why Bronwyn didn't want them to come. So I think she's just kind of like holding her hands out helplessly and, what happened? Are you okay? Can I help? Are you what happened?
And Bronwyn is just like shaking her head, like her eyes are like watery. She's just like, I fucked up. I touched it and it shattered, and then I felt it all everywhere, and then my arm came off. I fucked up, Diani.
We can fix it. Whatever it is, we can fix it.
I don't think you can fix this.
We can try. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, are you okay? Can you walk? She just kind of like gestures towards the arm.
She is like very clearly trying not to cry, and she's like, I don't know. I can walk, but I don't know what happened when I touched it.
Figure it out. It's okay. But you gotta go, okay? Get back down to town. They don't know that there's fighting happening, right? Like it hasn't reached us, so
No.
Bronwyn is like still backing up, like and she like kind of eyes the doorway, like she is unsure if she should leave that room.
not leaving you here.
She is like looking at Diani like almost pleadingly, like she wants her to leave.
She like drops down so that she's sitting on her butt instead of kneeling in front of her, and like crosses her legs like she's not going anywhere.
Diani, the longer you're up here, the more likely you are to get sick.
And I get sick, but I'm not leaving you here.
Fine, go. And she like takes a step towards the door. Like at this point, she really just wants Diani to leave the blight room.
She will stand up, but she's going to trail behind Bronwyn so that Bronwyn can't shove her out and close her out somehow. She doesn't trust this. I'm sorry.
Valid. As she shouldn't. She is just still like glassy-eyed, shaking her head. Can we hear like any noises downstairs, or are we like
I
completely?
think as you are starting to descend the stairs, then you start hearing the fighting.
Okay. So I guess as she like gets closer, because she really is very cautiously like trying to get Diani out of that room, but also like not wanting her to go any closer to the other people. But as she like starts to hear the fighting noises, then she's gonna get more concerned and voice to Diani, who's further back, that they're fighting.
I think that Tiani probably, the minute that you mentioned that they're just fighting downstairs, she's immediately going to go pale because I think her first assumption is that they're fighting Hawk because of what she did. And she's gonna kind of like gesture for Bronwyn to leave them down.
Bronwyn is going to hesitantly like reach out to her with her remaining hand, so they can go down together.
She'll absolutely take her hand as long as they're together and going down the stairs. As long as Bronwyn is also going down the stairs.
Alright. Then back in combat, it is Nephroth's turn. The same moment that Andraste kind of shifted into this more dark demonic form, he did the same. He seemed to grow taller, his limbs longer, his fingers extending into these razor sharp claws. Let me turn to his page quick. There we go. And he sees as Clay gets closer to him, and he's like, that one. So, first we are going to move him closer. And Clay. He is going to attack you twice. So, I've got, that's the wrong monster, here we go. So I've got 17 and 13.
Meets beats, so they both hit.
All right. So he reaches behind him and he pulls out this long sword.
This long
sword. And he doesn't hesitate. He's like charging at you, swinging, and you take 12 points of hit damage. Yeah, I can talk today.
hit damage. It is hit damage, technically.
You also need to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
I can do math. 13.
Okay. Yeah, that's his turn.
And
It
Clay is
now just
fighting
saying-
and punching and hitting him.
I mean, not yet, but yeah. It is now Divine Justinia's turn. I just ripped my book, that's fine. She also begins to transform. The robes she's wearing that are all white, what you've all seen before from the chantry, they kind of glitch almost before fading to black. Her eyes go white just like Andraste's, and her fingers extend into these claws as well. And she goes to attack Hawk. She first let's that's not gonna hit. She goes to like swipe her claws at him, and he just kind of like dodges, and he's fine. Next up is Asira. What do you want to do?
Sorry, I was gonna unmute myself. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do my old fave if I can get this out. There we go. Okay. I'm going to try to do the chill hand on Andraste, cause fuck that bitch.
Cool.
She messed with my friend.
She sure did.
She did. Alright. Sorry, I'm gonna do this on D&D Beyond because that's great. Can I? Okay, so it's a cantrip. So I just need to do the roll. Okay, that was a 20 to hit.
That hits.
And no. And then 13 for the damage.
Okie doke. So she teleports, and you are like on top of that. You immediately find her, your eyes lock onto her, and you cast this spell. The hand rises up from the ground, latches onto her, digging its like icicle talons into her. And she just kind of looks very unfazed
God
as
damn
this
it.
happens. And then the magic dissipates. Would you like to do anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm good.
All right, then it is Ashara's turn.
All right, so I'm going to attempt to cast Hunter's Mark on Andraste.
Okay.
All right, I got a 13, so the spell will work if I can hit her. Well, I mean, she's marked at the very least, so now I got to try and hit her.
Yeah.
First arrow attack. Ooh, that's an 11. I don't think the first one hits.
Nope.
15 plus 9, 24.
That hits.
Okay, so one of them hits at least. 1d8. Where's my d8? Thank you. 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 1d6. 10. Ooh, 16 points of damage.
What was that?
16.
Cool. So that is... Yeah. Cool. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, I'm going to move right into the center of the room. So up, down one, right there.
Cool.
Yeah.
So
That'll be it for me.
you lock your arrow onto Andraste. The first one you fired while she was still over by Lila, and that just goes right through, barely whizzing past Lila's head. You find her again, latch on, and gets her right in the shoulder. And again, she just seems very unfazed by it all. Next up is Lila.
So she looks over at Hawk is with Justinia,
Mm-hmm.
and she is transformed as well, right?
Yes.
Does what has her face transformed?
Not other than her eyes turning white.
Yeah, I think she's gonna look around for a second and then turn to Elonin when she doesn't know. So she'll move to him.
All right.
And then, yeah, two sword attacks.
Sword attacks.
All right, first one's the 13.
That does not hit.
Oh, okay. I got one of my nat 20s.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So, but then it has a special thing.
Oh yeah, you have a special thing.
So, but this is gonna tell me something. Because it's a 16, but then the question is, do I get that plus 10 that I get if it's not a construct or undead?
Is this for damage?
Yeah.
He's not technically undead. And he's not a construct either.
It's 26 damage!
Cool.
Dang.
Damage on the boy. That is... Sure. Math is hard. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
All
That's
right.
good. That's good.
So Andraste teleports away. You kind of take a look at the room. No one's engaged with Elonin. You go charging and bring the sword down. It kind of lights up, and then the light fades as it makes contact with him, and he lets out this scream as it happens, and then his form begins to shift. His armor kind of glistens and turns from gold to black. His eyes glow this bright red, and he draws his sword, and that is a 21 to hit. And draws his sword, his long sword, and swings it at you, and you take 18 points of damage as he swings his sword at you. And as it meets your flesh, you can feel it along with the burning that's still within you from Andraste, and it's like you just feel the rot of it, and the skin around it starts to turn slightly black. It's necrotic damage you took, so.
Why am I getting fucked up? Shit.
And then, yeah, we'll just end this turn there. That's fine. Back at the top with Andraste. She just kind of looks around the room, assessing her options as I flip to the page that I need. She is going to... We'll just move her. Just going after you, Asira. She noticed that you were very close with Lila and how you responded to that. Also, Lila, there's another like swelling of fire within you, and you take 2 more points of damage.
Stop kissing people you don't know.
And then she's going to swing her longsword at Asira. That is a 21 to hit. Yes, 21 to hit. And you take 13 points of damage. And then we are at Clay. And then Hawk's on deck.
So Clay is just going to two weapon fighting, two daggers. They're both light. I remember this. And he's just going to try and get past, what's his name? M? His defense, and I'm just gonna call him M. And he's going to try and smack the shit out of him. So that's a what?
I wish you wouldn't.
Wish I wouldn't?
My name.
Smack the shit out- Oh, yeah, true. I'll call, what's his name again?
Mathrath.
I'm gonna
send
call
it
him.
to
I'm just kidding. You can call him M.
I'm gonna
No,
I'm gonna call him
Math.
Math. I'm gonna call him Math because I don't like it.
Mathrat. I like Sebastian's suggestion. Mathrat.
Math rat.
Math rat. Okay, so that's a 16.
16 to hit.
No, it was 16. Yes.
To hit.
I'm not good at math. That's why I don't like Math Rat, which is why I want to attack him. 16 to hit, and the other one was only a 11. So
the one hits.
okay, one hits, and that's a 6 damage.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, I'm putting up the big numbers now, guys.
So you go to slash at him. The first one he dodges, and the second one you get him like as he's dodging in the side that turned more towards you. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
Alright, it is Hawk's turn. He's gonna just keep going at Divine Justinia, getting out some of that religious trauma. And let's just dagger her again. Well, I got nat 20 and a natural 16, and I'm pretty sure, yep, those will both work. And then damage on 2d4s. 3 plus 4 is 7, and 7, so 14 points of damage on Divine Justinia. So she is at... No. I can math. There we go. He daggers, and then he is going to glance behind him as he hears Bronwyn and Diani descending the stairs. He takes one look at Bronwyn and just kind of like his eyes widen because he's very surprised to see that you are missing a limb.
Me too, buddy.
Here.
I'm so small in comparison.
I mean, whoa. Okay. So there you guys are.
You do belittle. Like, you do belittle, though.
I do belittle though.
All right. So, Bronwyn with Diani on deck.
Okay, so as she's she comes down the stairs and like takes in everything around her and just like immediately feels like this is all entirely her fault. And she like drops Diani's hand as her eyes start to go red and she goes into a rage. And then let me roll with my disadvantage over here. All right, so with disadvantage, 19, and she would like to just like run and just like headbutt Math Rat.
Cool.
It's not gonna do that much damage because it's an unarmed strike, but
Yeah, roll damage.
It's just a 5.
Okay.
I don't
Okay.
roll. It just says 5.
Okay. So yeah, you go run
wait.
in and headbutt him. What?
JK, it's a 7 because I'm raging.
Cool.
And then for my second attack, she like headbutts him, and as she's running, she like takes one of her little axes out. And she's gonna whack him with it after she headbutts him. And again, that's a 19 with disadvantage.
So yeah, roll damage.
7 again.
All right. So you go charging at this guy. Diana, you kind of watch as there's a shift in Bronwyn's demeanor, her eyes going red. And she charges at Nephroth. Just head first, like a fucking battering ram. And as he's like staggers back a bit, she swings down with her axe. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
All right. Diani and Nephroth is on deck.
Okay. So Diani comes running down the stairs, stops at the bottom, curses in Elvish under her breath. And then I would like to move 2 down from Hawk and 1 to the left. Yep. Which puts me within 15 feet of Justinia and Nephroth. I would like to cast Wrath of the Elven, which is the 4th level spell that I got for being a keeper.
Mm-hmm.
So at the start of Justinia and Nephroth's turns, they need to make a Constitution saving throw. This goes on for 10 minutes.
Damn.
Concentration, 10 minutes. Every single one of their turns, they have to make if they're within 15 feet of me, they have to make a Constitution saving throw at the start of their turns.
Okay, well they're both after you, so I just rolled. I got Nephroth got a 19, and I'm guessing Justinia failed because it was a natural 5.
Justinia will take full damage. Nephroth will take half. Do you want me to roll that now?
Yeah, just do it.
It's 4d. That's 4d12 damage.
Damn.
So deeply in love with this woman. I love her so much.
So Justinia takes 34 and Nephroth takes 17.
Holy shit!
Does she know that she has Clay's heart? Does she know that it belongs to her? Does she know that, like, the moment that Bronwyn and Diani enter the room, Clay's just like, everything's better now.
We're just sitting there doing the Will Smith. That's my sister.
So she slams her staff down, and all these, like, because I'm assuming this is all stone, the castle.
Yeah.
So all these like rocks start jutting out at the people, the enemies within 15 feet. And then for my bonus action, I think she's gonna turn quick, like just kind of glance around the room. Who looks the most hurt right now?
Lila. Me.
Lila.
I think probably Lila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will cast bonus action, 1st level healing word, so 12 hit points back, Lila. And
Thank you.
that's it. I'm done.
You're done.
I just painted a big old target on my back, but I'm done.
All right. Now it is Nephroth's turn. He is now flanked basically by both Bronwyn and Clay. He is going to kind of like swing it like this, his sword, at both of you. So 1 hit for each of you. Both are natural 11s, but they are +4. 5, so 16 to hit for both of you.
I hate that he did this stupid ass like woo, and he still fucking manages to. God damn it!
He does not hit me.
So he misjudged the distance and height. And it swings right over Bronwyn's head and catches Clay right like in the clavicle. And
Gross.
you take
Dumb.
8 points of damage. Roll a con save for me.
Uh, 11.
Okay.
8 points of
So-
damage.
It was 8, yeah.
Okay, thank
Just
you.
reading this thing. Except this wound now in your clavicle kind of starts to immediately fester. And you now are going to take 5 points at the beginning of every turn.
Ay,
5 points of
yo.
damage at the beginning of every turn.
Allie.
Top surgery 2. Electric boogaloo.
Yes, Sam.
What does it look like? The festering wound.
It just looks like black necrosis.
It looks gross.
Does it look like the blight?
It's dubious.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, at the beginning of every turn, you got to take 5 more points. So that was a total of 13 points for this round.
Okay.
All right, and then Justinia. You can kind of see that her form is beginning to flicker. And I should turn to the right page. I'll just have her use her claws again. She is going to swipe at Puck. He's right in her face. That is a 14 plus whatever. What's his AC? I keep putting away his character sheet. His AC is 17, so she misses him again. Asira's turn.
Hey. Oh, okay.
And Ashara is next.
So I am going to try. Oh, that's overkill because she's like right in front of me. I'm gonna no, shut up. I don't want that one. I'm gonna do Burning Hands.
Cool.
We'll try that. So let's see if we can make the roll. Howard, hey, D&D Beyond. Hey, can we work here? I'm gonna go ahead and roll to see if that hits physically because it's not letting me.
So I'm looking at the spell. It's every creature in a 15-foot cone has to make a dex save.
Oh,
And since
fuck.
it's just her, I will make a dex save.
Okay. Sweet. So do I need to do like the 20 roll or God, it's been so long since I've used this one.
Dex save. That is an 11. And
I have a dex
what's
of
your
12.
spell casting DC?
My spell casting. Sorry, I gotta go out. My spell casting modifier is the
What's-
spell casting attack or what?
It should say spellcasting DC, right?
12.
Okay. So she will take the 3d6 fire damage.
Okay.
So roll 3d6.
for Burning Hands, a 19, because it's having me roll 66.
It should be 3. Oh no. What's the highest? What level are you casting it at?
Oh shit. 4th.
Okay. So then yeah, that would be right. So 19 points of damage?
Yeah.
What did I do with my marker? There it is. Okie doke. So that would be yes. Alright, would you like to do anything else? Is that no? Bills?
What? Sorry.
Would you like to do anything else?
Oh. You know what? I'll just flip her off.
Okay. Ashara with Lila on deck.
All right, another 2 arrows at Andraste, because fuck this bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's good. 17 plus 9 is the 26.
That'll hit.
First one, and then 23 for the second one.
Those both hit.
All right. And where did my dice go? There. First one is 8, 12. 12 plus 6, 18 for the first one.
Cool.
And 14 for the second one.
Okay. I think that's right. Close enough. Okay. So you fire off these shots, and they again just plunge right into her, and she still is just completely unfazed by this. Although she does seem like it's getting a little annoying, a little irritating. Would you like to do anything else?
No, I think I'm going to stay right where I am at the moment. I kind of like where I am.
Okay. Then it is Lila's turn with Elvhen on deck.
Yeah, I think she's gonna take 2 more swings.
All right.
24 for the first one.
That hits.
Okay. Damage for that is 6.
Okay.
Oh, and an 8 for the second one to hit.
I'm also going to have you roll another Constitution save.
Oh, good. Well, I rolled better this time. 22.
Yeah, just, you no longer feel the burning in you. It begins to dissipate. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope.
All right. Then Elonen's turn. I should probably turn to his page. Let's see. He is going to. I'm trying to page. Okay, Lila. There's this. He raises his hand, and there's this glowing green, like, just light emanating from his hand. Very Inquisitor-esque. He just kind of looks at you with his glowing red eyes and grins. he snaps. You disappear from the room.
What?
What the fuck, Callie?
You disappear from the room.
Do not
Everyone
like.
sees as she is gone.
Do not like.
I'll tell you more about that on your turn. It is now Andraste's turn with Clay on deck. She is going to. First of all, she kind of looks over at Alonin and just kind of gives him like a Ness. Turns back to Asira. And she's going to swing her longsword at you. It's cocked. 10 plus 9 is 19 to hit. So she swings her sword at you, hits you right in the side, and you take 13 points of damage.
Okay.
And then she teleports again.
Then what? I'm sorry.
She teleports.
Oh, okay.
And that's the end of her turn. It is now Clay with Hawk on deck.
Okay. I would like to move so that Clay is flanking Math Rat. And then I am gonna dagger. And then Clay grows 12 feet. So that gives me advantage on my rolls.
Yeah.
Go back to action so I can actually see what I'm doing. A 17 to hit for the first one and a nat 20 for the second one.
They both hit.
So that's 4, and then do math, forget it. Do math again. 4 and 7, 8 damage.
So 12 damage.
Yes.
Cool. So yeah, you circle around him while he's kind of distracted by Andraste appearing ahead of him. And you kind of dagger right in the kidneys.
Fuck him.
Would you like to do anything else?
No. No,
Okay.
I'm good. Yeah.
It is Hawk's turn with Bronwyn on deck. Going to dagger once more at Divine Justinia. And they both miss. She kind of dodges, and she is actually going to shift slightly with her dodge, just to here. And now it is Bronwyn's turn with Diani on deck.
Bronwyn's gonna go at Math Rat with her hand axe again.
Mhm.
And you have advantage now.
What?
It would just be normal. Your disadvantage is canceled out.
Oh, okay. So I just take my first one, even though I just rolled
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay. So 17?
That hits.
Cool. And then so that's for 11 damage.
Okay.
And I just have advantage for the first one, right? I get 2 attacks.
It's for all attacks.
Yeah,
For all of them.
because Clay is flanking. So
Oh.
all of your attacks, like the disadvantages now cancel out.
All right. Well, I rolled a 10 anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It does not hit. You are you swing with it, and you just kind of like get yourself slightly off balance, and you're trying to like swing at him again as you regain your footing, and it just misses him. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
All right. Diani with Nephroth on deck.
Okay, so Wrath of the Elven is still going on. Do you want to continue to do that on my turn?
Yeah.
Is that easier for you?
Yeah, because they're both immediately after you anyways.
Andraste is now also in.
We'll just do that on your turn.
Okay, so Andraste, Justinia, and Mathrat all have to roll con saves.
All right. I got a 10, a 9, and a 14.
So they all take another 14 points of damage.
All right.
And then with my action, because that was concentration, that doesn't do anything. With my action, I would like to Sacred Flame Andraste,
All right.
which is a dex save for her.
Cool.
I feel like that's ironic in some way.
Elves taking down the source of the problem.
You said dex save?
Yeah.
That's a 23.
Okay. Yeah, she made that. And then with my bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and do another level 1 cure wounds on Clay this time, because I believe Clay was hurt. Right?
Yeah. A little bit.
And that's another 12.
So, as you cast Sacred Flame, it's just after she's being like hit with these rocks from the other spell. But you reach out to cast this, and she reaches out and grabs your wrist. Roll a Constitution save.
Bitch.
All right. Her fingernails like dig into the skin of your wrist. You can feel as they're like sharpening, becoming these little like dagger points, just digging in. They do pierce your skin, and you begin to bleed down your arm, and you take 3 points of damage. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Then we are on Nephroth with Justinia on deck. Nephroth is going to do another kind of double swing, but this time he is going to swipe at Bronwyn with his claws while he spins to get at Clay with his long sword. So we've got, they're both going to be over 20. So, Bronwyn, you take 8 points of damage. These two dice are different sizes.
What kind of damage is it?
Is slashing damage.
All right, I have resistance to that
What kind of resistance?
because I'm raging. It just says resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. Which
What does
I think
resistance do? Anyone?
I take half damage, so I take
Cool.
four instead of 8.
You take 4 damage. He turns and slashes at you, and he catches you kind of in the face. You can feel as the claws rake against your skull. And Clay, as he turns with his longsword, I should turn to
I'm
his page.
using Uncanny Dodge because I remembered that I had that as well. So that's gonna half the attack's damage against me.
Okay. So you would take 4 points of damage. You also still take the full 5 points from the wound that you have. So that's 9 points of damage this round for you. Yeah. Cool. And that's all he's gonna do. It is now Justinia's turn with Asira on deck. Justinia is going to. I'm actually gonna move her.
I got a question, Callie.
Yeah.
When Andraste touched Diani had to roll a Constitution save. Does that not affect me?
What do you mean?
I'm trying to figure out if it's the blight. I got scraped. Diani got scraped, but I didn't have to roll
Oh.
what Diani had to roll.
That's because Diani was skin to skin.
Okay.
Yeah. Yours was just claws.
Sus. I'm just trying to figure out what they're doing to my buds.
Destroying them.
No, not allowed.
So, Justinia is going to slash at both Hawk and Diani. And she's only going to hit Diani. Let's see. Because I assume like it's a natural 15. I'm not gonna look up what the claw thing.
My armor's a 16, so my guess is yeah.
Yeah. So I know it's at least one, if not two. So she's gonna slash at you, and you are gonna take 6 points of damage.
I have to roll a con save to make sure that I make concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we good.
Cool,
What was it?
cool.
6?
Yeah. 6 points of damage. And that is the end of her turn. It is now Asira's turn with Ashara on deck.
Alright. I am going to I am going to turn my attention on whoever the fuck I is, whose name I've completely forgotten at this point.
That's Alonin.
Yeah. Alonin is, I am going to try and hit Alonin with an Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Oh, 14.
The hit?
Alright. And then,
Was that a 14 to hit him?
yeah, that was a 14 to hit.
Okay, that misses.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
I am going to actually, yeah, you know what? Because I think for a bonus action, I'm gonna use. This is probably gonna kick me in the ass though, because I wonder if that's gonna be a spell slot. It probably is. I'm gonna find out. Doesn't really matter. I'm gonna try and do Misty, like cast second level Misty Step,
Okay.
so that I can get closer to him, even though I probably could have just walked that distance.
Yeah, you can just get there. You're not close enough to anyone that you're going to get any opportunity attacks.
Okay, then I guess I'll just run over to him if I'm close enough to do that.
Okay. Like there?
Save that.
Oh,
And that's it.
So you go to cast Eldritch Blast, and you feel it like trying to swell up within you, and it just fizzles out. And he just kind of looks at you, now that his attention has been brought to you, and he just grins. It is Ashara's turn with Lila on deck.
Okay, I'm going to first of all move straight back so that I'm like right below where Asira is, but in that same like in the row that I'm in. So right there, yeah. And then I'm gonna fire 2 more shots at Andraste.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. That is 14 plus 9.
That'll hit.
And then 19 plus 9.
That'll also hit.
Okay, so 12 for the first arrow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 12 for the second arrow.
All right. Again, these arrows are going into her back, and she just kind of like glances back at you over her shoulder, and then just turns back, completely just like ignoring you.
Does it look like it's doing any kind of damage to her?
Like you can see that there's this like black ichor running down her back from the wounds, but other than that, she's just like, oh, someone's throwing pebbles at me. Would you like to do anything else?
Can I? 1 second. All right, so for my bonus action, I have that spell that basically turns my arrows into fire arrows. It doesn't start until the next time. Like I cast it, and then it starts the next time.
Yeah.
That I will fire. So can I roll to see if that will? All right, I rolled a 15. So the next time I fire, I'm dropping Hunter's Mark, and I'm starting the spell that will turn my arrows into flaming arrows.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, Lila.
Oh, and I'm casting that at 2nd level. I just want
Cool.
to say.
Lila. There's like this flash of darkness as you are banished from the castle. And as your vision clears once more, you find yourself in a very familiar place. You are in the war room at Skyhold. Standing in front of the table, behind the table you see Inquisitor Llewellyn, Liliana, Josephine, and Cullen. There's a sort of pop that resonates through the room, and they all look up at you. And when they meet their gaze, you can just see this look of relief on each of their faces. Because I know you're wondering, Cullen looks, his scruff has grown in a little more. He looks like he hasn't been sleeping.
Callie, I'm so mad at you. So she had her sword out. So she had a sword and shield out. She's just gonna back up against the wall with her sword and shield out, clearly still like prepping for them to attack her.
Mm-hmm.
She's 100% sure that she's still in the Fade.
Lilian and Josephine kind of look at each other like, what the hell is going on? And Cullen walks around the table and he slowly goes over to you, and he's just got these wide eyes, like he's not really believing what he's seeing. He reaches out to you.
Oh, she's gonna shout before that. She's gonna not shout. She's gonna loudly be like, "Stay back!" And if he starts to get close, she is, yeah.
He stops and just kind of like hands out like he's trying to hold off like a rabid dog or something. And he says, "Is it really you?"
I don't know if it's really you.
Where are you? If not.
We've been in the Fade.
This whole time? The horses, they returned weeks ago.
Yes, this whole time. Any demon trying to read my mind would know that I would want to be back here.
And then he just kind of, you can see as he relaxes a little bit and takes a step back. You don't think you're really here?
I don't entirely know what was happening where we were, but why?
What was happening?
We were fighting something. I don't know what. But why would an enemy send me back here?
To take you off the battlefield?
They could just send me to anywhere. Just send me to the opening to the Fade Rift that had closed behind us. Send me to the middle of the Frostback Mountains.
It could have sent you here because you wanted to be here.
Why would they do me that favor?
Again, to take you out of battle.
I don't know how to trust this. She's gonna pause. She's been locked eyes with Cullen this whole time. Mm-hmm. She's gonna kind of briefly pause and then look at the Inquisitor, who, has been in the Fade. Is there any way for you to prove it to me?
The Inquisitor just kind of looks at you and she's got this sad look in her eyes. And she says, I want to believe you're here. But again, it's hard to trust the Fade.
So you're not sure if I'm here?
No.
She's gonna look back at Cullen. Can I roll insight?
Sure.
Okay. That's 16.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
She knows Cullen very well.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, whatever's between them is new, but she knows him as a person very well. Does it seem actually like him? Is he moving the way he does? Does he look the way he usually does? Does he...
Other than just looking like he's exhausted and hasn't been sleeping and hasn't really been taking care of himself as well, he seems completely as you remember. He doesn't give any indication that he's not who you think he is. As she's kind of thinking, he just kind of tentatively reaches his hand out to her.
She's gonna have a long moment. And then she's gonna sheath her sword and take his hand.
As you take his hand, he holds on very tight, like he's afraid that if he lets go, you're gonna disappear again. And he places his other hand over yours. And his shoulders kind of slump with relief, realizing that you are physically there. Where are the others?
I guess still fighting. Hawk, we found Hawk, but we also found, I don't know.
I'm gonna move on.
Okay.
Okay. So it is now Alonin's turn with Andraste on deck. Alonin is face to face with Asira, and he is going to. So the first thing he's going to do is swing his sword at her in an attempt to distract her, I guess. That is 26 to hit. So go ahead and take 10 damage for me. And then he's going to turn his attention to the group of you that are kind of huddled over on the opposite side of the room. Let me just quick do some counting. If he centers it here, or okay, so give me the Slayer, thank you. That is not the color I told you to do. Thank you. So, he's going to hurl this magical ball of fire that just rises up from his hands. Hurl it into this circle, with this being like the starting point. And I need the three of you. Clay, you're still in the zone, so yes, you too. All of you to make a dex save. I'm gonna roll one for Hawk.
Is this gonna hit the people inside, or like the enemies inside the flames, or as well, or is it?
It is not. Like it is, but it isn't. They're immune to it because they are of the same stuff. It's Hawk's dex.
I got a 12.
So that's a 13. Diani and Clay?
21.
Okay.
17.
Okay. So, Hawk, Bronwyn, and Clay. Each of you take 30 points of fire damage. And Diani, you take 15.
I'm doing uncanny dodge as well.
Okay. So then you take 15 instead of 30. And this blast kind of radiates out. I need to fix hers. Okay. And it kind of dissipates after it explodes throughout the room. And that's gonna be the turn. So now it is Andraste's turn with Clay on deck. Let's So Andraste is going to. Oh, one other thing I should add before. No, we'll do that when we get there. So Andraste.
Sus.
Andraste is going to swing her sword at Diani. That is 18 to hit.
It hits.
So then you are going to take. Where's the D8? You're going to take 10 points of damage as she swings her sword at you.
I have to roll concentration checks for the last two.
Yeah.
First one was a nat 20. And second one was a 16, so I'm good with that.
Cool. So yeah, you take 10 points of damage as she swings her sword at you. And she's gonna teleport again. Oops. What are you doing? I need to be on the right layer. That's the issue. She's gonna teleport right there. All up in your face.
Nope.
And she's going to use her second attack on Ashara.
Motherfucker.
That is 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, let me check. Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you are going to take 15 points of damage.
Oh, Jesus.
And that will be the end of her turn. It is now Clay's turn with Hawk on deck.
Fuck.
Okay, so I have to take part of my action. I'm gonna down a greater health potion.
Cool.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of healing, which I very badly needed.
Was that the potion that I gave you before running in? Who did I give a potion to?
Me?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So I'm gonna take healing, and then I'll use the rest of my action to just I'm gonna slash at Mathrat again.
Cool.
I am in misery. I can't do math. 16.
That hits.
Fuck yeah. Brain is cooking. Oh, not in a good way. Okay. 6 damage.
Alright.
Just stick them.
How do you want to do this?
Holy shit! What?
Yes.
It's the fuck. I want to. Clay grabs his healing potion, chugs it, and he's going to smash it down and just take the fucking dagger and stab him right in the side of the neck and the collarbone, like where he got slashed, and just stab him right there. Just watch him go down, I guess. Holy shit.
I am going to have you still take that 5 points of damage. I'm just going to do it on your turn instead of his turn because he's dead. Because it's a festering wound.
It is a festering wound. Okay. All right.
So as you stab it into him, he lets out this very high-pitched, like squealing noise. And his body just kind of like disintegrates the same way that Bronwyn's arm had. And he's just now a pile of ash at your feet.
Gross.
How's the blight be feeling?
What do you mean?
Is there more or less now that he's dead?
It still feels the same.
Feels the same? Okay.
Would you like to do anything else?
I don't think I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm done. I think that's all I can do. I killed a motherfucker though. That's what fucking matters.
You sure about that?
God damn it.
So now it is Hawk's turn with Bronwyn on deck. Hawk is going to watch as Nephroth kind of disintegrates before you and be like, huh, they got this
Can
covered.
Clay-
They're more competent than I thought they were.
Can Clay wink at him?
You sure can.
Fuck yeah. Clay winks at him.
He is going to be like, oh shit, that mage is by herself. She needs help. Hawk, savior of mages. And he is going to dagger this bitch. One of them hits for 5 points of damage. And that's his turn. Bronwyn with Diani on deck.
Cool. The first thing I'm going to do is use my bonus action for my second wind, which is 1d10 plus 6 HP.
Cool. I'm sure you can use it.
So I'm going to heal 15, which is nice. Okay. And then I would like to move to the other side of Justinia, across from Diani. And I would like to try to just like kick under her feet to like knock her prone.
Okay.
Well, I got an 8.
Okay. She's not prone. She's just slightly irritated.
And then at the same time as I'm doing that, is this flanking if I just moved there?
Yes.
Okay. So for my second action, I'm going to try to hit with my hand axe. And that's a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. And that is going to be 10 damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh, hell yeah. All right. So she tries to like kick under her feet and misses and just looks at her and like growls in anger and just like takes her hand axe and slices her throat with it.
And as she does that, it like goes clean through. She just kind of like stares at her with these wide eyes, and then her head just kind of rolls across the floor before it and her body disintegrates into ash.
Gorgeous.
Yes.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Fuck yeah.
Would you like to do anything else?
No, I have used every single possible action that I have.
I mean, I would allow you a heat of the moment in battle kiss.
She's not gonna do that, but she will. She will look at Diani like covered in the blood that she just got sprayed, or ichor, or
It's
whatever.
not blood, it's black.
It's black ichor,
Nice.
yeah. And just like it looks kind of creepy, but she is like smiling at her, but it looks kind of creepy.
A little bit.
But it's well intended. But like she's like covered in black ichor, bright red eyes, missing an arm. Like she looks pretty creepy, but she means well.
All right. Then it is Diani's turn with not Justinia on deck. Asira on deck.
So the first thing I'm gonna do is use my action. How is Bronwyn doing for hit points?
I have 37.
Okay. I have a thing that lets me use my action to give 35 hit points to however many people, like split up between people. I'm gonna give Clay 20 and I'm gonna take 15 for myself.
Cool.
Thank you.
And then I'm gonna be stupid.
Well,
I would like to move.
where are you moving?
I want to flank Andraste. No, up one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Elonin and Andraste have to make the rolls. The Constitution rolls.
It's a Constitution save?
Yes.
I got a 14 and a 15.
How are we doing meets beats for that? Am I beating it if they?
I think because you're the one casting the spell, they would get the advantage.
Okay. So whoever rolled the 15 takes 13 points of damage,
Mm-hmm.
and the other takes 25.
Okay. Cool. What else would you like to do?
And then with my bonus action, I think that I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Very nice.
Also next to Andraste. And I'm allowed to, that I can attack with that when I cast it, right?
I think so.
Okay. I couldn't remember. I thought so, but like I didn't want to assume.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I rolled a nat one, so.
Okay. So she comes to life, like rises up from the ground and kind of flickers and like goes to swing, but then like stops, frozen, flickering. Would you like to do anything else?
I'm buffering. It's fine. No, I'm good.
Alright, Asira with Ashara on deck.
All right. So I am going to use the quarterstaff that I don't think I've ever used that I have. And I'm going to try and hit with that. 18 to hit.
That does hit.
All right. For a, I was gonna say 3 damage, it looks like.
Okay. Would you like to do anything else?
I guess just like look, like just stare down Elonin and be like, where is she?
So you whack him with your quarterstaff, and it like doesn't faze him. He's just like, "Who's this bitch hitting me with a stick?" And he
Newspaper with a dog. Whack!
he meets your gaze, and just kind of grins at you. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
All right. Ashara's turn with Lila on deck.
All right, so I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I'm going to enter into my shadow mode.
Nice.
So
Do
because
it.
So I do that because I'm going to run. I basically want to put myself below Bronwyn, but directly across. So like in Andraste's row, but yeah, right there. So she'll get an attack of opportunity, but she has to roll at disadvantage. I get to roll to dodge.
Well, I got a nat 2 to begin with.
All right, so it doesn't matter. She misses me. So now that's my bonus action and my movement. So now I'm going to 2 flaming arrows.
Yes.
All right, 18.
Mm-hmm.
And does 18 hit?
It does not.
Okay. And then 13 plus 9 is 22.
That hits.
Okay. So. But that was at second level, so. Plus 15 points of damage, 6 of those being fire damage.
Cool. So you fire the first arrow, and it happens to be at the exact moment that spiritual Bronwyn is being brought up, and your arrow flies through her, and that's when she flickers and stops. And then the other one just flies straight on into Andraste, again, just looking at you, irritated. Would you like to do anything else?
Just at the moment, so no. Nope, that was my.
Okay, Lila. So I believe it said banishment is a concentration spell. So the moment that he summoned that fiery ball and fired it at them, you popped right back into the room.
Fucking hell! I'm so mad.
And I'm gonna put you in a different spot because you did move in the other world. So you are now like over here. Actually, I'll put you like here. So, what would you like to do?
Cry? Can I cry?
Trespasser.
And you're like standing there with like your weapons are like put back where they were and your hand is out where like Cullen had been holding it.
She's just gonna look at her hand and look around and like draw her weapons, but it's so clearly like mechanical, like this is just what she does. And she's just gonna fucking stand there for a second because what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there's no action being taken in this round. She's just like, shit. That's her brain right now.
Do you want to move or anything? Or just take your turn?
No,
You wanna
no.
hold an action for something else since you're not acting now.
I will. Let's see who's right in front of her.
Because you could hold an action to be triggered if they hit you or something.
I guess. Can I? I don't know. I guess technically because I can count it as my dash. I guess, but I'll hold action until.
What action?
Because where I'm at, I can't do anything action wise, but I'm assuming my action could be to dash.
I mean, you could
Yeah.
move. That's not an action. It's just your movement.
Can I hold my movement?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know, she could charge on her movement, on her action, right?
I mean, that's still moving.
Is that an action though? To
I don't think
charge?
So charging is just your movement, and then I say, "Hey, you're charging."
But like running to tackle someone.
The running is movement. The tackle is
Okay.
the action.
Would be the tackle would be the action.
So you'd have to be already up to them to use it.
Okay, I'm gonna roll because I can't decide. One check. Okay, so we'll say Overtension move. Well, that's not fucking helpful. Well, I said overtension move. Yeah, okay. So she's just staying.
Okay.
She's going through it right now. So
Valid. So that is Alonen's turn with Andraste on deck. So he is going to swipe his long sword at both Asira and Hawk. It's a nat 20 and a nat 17, so they're both gonna hit. And you both take. Here, no. You both take 10 points of damage as he swipes his sword at both of you. Oh, right. And that's gonna be his turn. It is now Andraste's turn with Clay on deck. Let's see. Andraste is she is going to swing at Diani with her sword for her first attack. That is 19 to hit. So you can go ahead and take 13 points of damage. And then she's gonna do another little teleport. She's gonna go after Ashara again because she's very irritated by you just sticking her with arrows. And she's gonna swing at you with her sword.
Rude.
That is a dirty 20 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
So you can also take 13 points of damage.
Rude. Wait, is to roll a disadvantage though? Because I'm still stealthed.
Well, that was a higher roll, so
Okay, well then.
So she basically slashed at Diani and looked around the room and saw that Justinia and Mafarath were now piles of ash on the ground. And there's this you can see as her demeanor shifts, she holds herself a little straighter, her eyes narrow as she looks at you. She's going after you because, again, you're irritating. And
My whole goal in life to these humans.
She charges at you or teleports and then just slashes at you, goes to town, and you take the damage.
can I roll insight so I can get more details about that look?
I mean, there's not anything.
There's an elf who's annoying the fuck out of her by sticking her like a hornet.
No,
Yeah.
I mean the look when she realizes that two of her fellows have.
I mean, it's the same thing you would expect if two of your fellows dropped.
Okay, so she is upset.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then it is Clay's turn with Hawk on deck.
I just asked because generally Darkspawn don't really give a fuck if the other one stops.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to move up to flank Andraste with Ashara. And then I'm gonna dagger. Oh, I just almost rolled another nat 20. So a 19 and a 21.
Those both hit.
Nice. And then that's a 3 and a 4 for damage. So 7 damage.
So yeah, you come running up and stab her in the kidneys, where she's
Okay.
still just black ichor dripping down her back.
Signature hit, going for the kidneys. Just being
Yeah,
irritating.
she's just very irritated, and you can sense that from her. Would you like
She
to
could suck my dick. No, I think that's good. I think I just wanted to fuck with her a little bit. That's all.
Then it's Hawk with Bronwyn on deck. Hawk is gonna dagger right into Elvhen. And those are both gonna hit. So Elvhen is gonna take 10 points of damage. And that's his turn. Bronwyn with Diani on deck.
Okay, she would like to run up to Andraste and headbutt her with the intention of knocking her over. I'm just trying to knock these people over, like, so I have the high ground.
Okay.
No, I got an 11.
Yeah, no. She
Just
like you
wrong.
barely like she doesn't even like stagger at all. She's just like someone else here to irritate me.
All right. Well, I guess we'll try to hit her with the little axe then.
Okay.
That's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Do I get flanking here, right?
Yes.
I'm just gonna ask that every possible turn. Okay.
If there are lots of people next to one enemy, then probably yeah.
Yeah, I just am specifically concerned I'll get it wrong because otherwise I would need to roll with disadvantage. So that's 10 damage.
Cool. So yeah, you come running up and you headbutt her. But it's like you just ran into a wall, basically. A slightly squishy wall. And then as you kind of regain your footing, you swing up and catch her like right under the chin. It doesn't really faze her either. She's just like, oh, great. There's a hole in my chin. Would you like to do anything else?
No.
Okay. Then it is Diani's turn with Asira on deck.
So I lost concentration when Andraste hit me. So that spell's over. So the first thing I'm gonna do is move Spiritual Bronwyn up next to Clay. And take a
Wait.
swing at Andraste.
Where?
Next to Clay.
Next to Clay.
Yeah. I can only move it 20 feet.
Ah, I see.
Another nat 1, and I'm putting this dice in jail.
Good. Because she like gets there, goes to swing, and again just
It's quite literally the same die I rolled last time I got the nat 1.
Oh.
For my action, I am going to move up between Asira and Hawk.
pretend you're on the square.
And I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds. I have the Lyrium Stone that gives me advantage on spells.
Hmm.
So,
His name is
just a note.
Jason.
It is Jason.
His name is Jason.
Uh, 22.
That hits.
I had to cast it at 3rd level, just so you're aware.
Cool.
Uh, 32 points of damage.
Sweet. What spell was this again?
3rd level Inflict Wounds.
Ah, I see. So yeah, you go running up to this guy and you cast the spell. I don't really know what the schematics of it are, but
It is a necromancy spell.
okay.
It just says make a melee spell attack against a creature you can reach. So it's a touch spell. So she reaches out and slaps him across the face and does 32 points of damage. And then I'm going to dart backwards with the rest of my movement.
Cool. I'm just gonna. There we go. Would you like to do anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Asira with Ashara on deck.
All right, I am going to, with a flourish of my quarterstaff, put it away, and I am going to try and dagger this bitch.
Nice. And you does flanking count when it's diagonal like that? Anyone?
I don't know.
I think it technically has to be across, but I think we've been doing it as if they're distracted.
Yeah. So you can have flanking.
Okay. So 17
To hit?
to hit and an 18 to hit.
Those both hit.
All right. Come on, buddy. Do your thing. You can do it. Okay, so 4 damage, 4. And then 3, so a total of 7.
Cool. So you dagger him, and he kind of like takes a step back, and you can see now that the black ichor is just seeping out from under his armor, and it's just like there's like a puddle beneath him.
Gross.
Would you like to do anything else?
I don't know. I've probably been pretty distracted. I'm trying to, because I don't really want to disengage. Or I'm trying to figure out if I would even know if Lila is back yet. Probably not. Because I would assume my back is to her.
Mm-hmm.
I
So
haven't made any noise. Did the spell like pop me in, or did I just?
It was like
hear?
another pop, but because there's so much else going on, it was harder for them to hear it.
yeah. So I don't think I would have noticed. So no, I don't think I'm gonna do anything else.
Okay. Then Ashara with Lila on deck.
All right. I'm going to move down 1 and then back all the way up so that I'm like right next to the room. I know she'll get an attack of opportunity. That's fine.
So down 1.
1 and then diagonal, down diagonal to right there.
Right there.
Yeah.
Cool. And she gets an opportunity attack. Is this still a disadvantage?
No, that ended.
Okay. That's an actual 3.
All right. So she misses.
Yeah, that would have been
All
a
right,
12.
so 2 more flaming arrows. Ooh, that's good. That's a dirty 20
Mm-hmm.
and a 26.
Those both hit.
All right. So first one is 18 on the first one.
Mm-hmm.
14 on the second one.
Okie doke. So yeah, you stab her, and this time you notice that her, I guess, robes beneath her armor start to ignite. But again, she just kind of looks at you like, what the fuck, man?
I'm like that wasp in the room. You just can't get rid of me.
You want to do anything else?
I see just sort of glance around and I see Lila's back and I just shout out, Lila, what the fuck?
And it's Lila's turn, so if you'd like to respond.
I don't think she even really hears her. She's gonna be looking around, see her, and then see, I can't pronounce the name, Ione, whatever.
Ione.
And she's going to sprint to tackle him.
Cool.
What do I roll for that?
That would just be an unarmed attack, right?
Okay. Okay, so that's a 21.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so like tackle him as in like she's gonna be on top of him and she's gonna put her sword to his throat.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gonna like scream in his face like, what did you do?
He just kind of looks up at you, coughs a little bit, and spits the black ichor right in your face.
Motherfucker! Does that count as my action then?
How many attacks do you get?
I get 2.
So you can have another attack.
Okay. What does it count as if I oh no, I gotta roll to decide. 1 sec. We'll say above 10. Whoa! Okay. All right, that's above 10. Yeah, she's gonna go to slice his throat.
Cool.
Pissed.
Attack.
Well, shit. That's an 8.
That does not.
Wait, is he grappled? Do I get advantage? Because I'm on top of him and he's prone?
I wouldn't say he's grappled, but I will give you advantage because you're on top of him. I feel like that makes sense.
You're also flanking.
You are also flanking.
But then I rolled a 1, so never mind.
No. Okay. And it's his turn now.
So we'll just say, like, I start to think about it, but I can't make myself do it. We'll just say that.
So he is going to I don't think that'll hit. Oh no, that's a dirty 20 to hit. So what he's gonna do is, like, he's under you. Actually, I should probably roll with disadvantage. And that was a better roll. So it still is gonna hit you. Basically, he's like laying on the ground, has his sword, and he's going to just right in your back. And you are gonna take 18 points of damage.
Oh, shit.
And he just is like grinning at you with these red eyes and the like black teeth because they're covered in the ichor.
Well, thank the maker I'm a tank. But I'm not dead yet.
And that will be his turn. It is Andraste now with Clay on deck. Andraste is going to slash again at she's gonna like come down at Bronwyn and on the upswing get Clay. We don't even know where that went. Okay. And it's a +9. So Bronwyn 11 and Clay 19.
Damage? What was
To
the
hit. To
Oh.
hit.
to hit? Oh, you miss.
Yeah, but I hit
Hit
Clay.
me. Yeah.
So Clay is going to take
He's-
13 points of damage.
Going to uncanny dodge as
So
well.
you get 7 points of damage.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then
How's Clay looking?
hot.
Well, obviously.
He's looking
pretty damaged.
Not as rough as he has been earlier in the fight.
He's been healed like 3 times.
He's not as bad as he was. He was looking pretty rough at one point, and he's not looking great, but he's looking.
Yeah. So it is your turn, and Hawk is on deck.
I was gonna ask you something. I completely forgot what it was. Anyways, I'm gonna dagger because
Yeah.
why not? Do I still have flanking advantage?
Yeah.
Really good roll. That is not a good roll. Okay, 17. Ooh, 17. 19, 22. Both of them are 22.
Those both hit.
Okay. 6.
Yeah.
10.
10 points of damage.
Yeah.
Cool. You stab her. Right
Yeah, I
above the
do.
kidneys this time.
I'm like aiming upwards as if I'm gonna try and
she's
get
like
into her
on fire
ribs.
too. You're like trying to dodge the flames, so that's why you went above the kidneys this time.
Yeah.
You want to do anything else?
Can I try and knock her over?
I feel like that would be another action.
Okay. Then no, I'm good.
Okay, then it is Hawk's turn with Bronwyn on deck. Hawk is going to watch in horror as Alonin stabs Lila in the back. And he's like, shit. He's freaking out. And he's just gonna like bring his boot down on this guy's face. Which isn't gonna be a lot of damage, and he misses anyways. Like he goes to bring his foot down, and Alona just kind of like shifts slightly and it slams his foot on the stone floor and like jams his heel and his ankle as he's doing so. And he's gonna take a step back because he's in pain. And now it is Bronwyn's turn with Diani on deck.
Cool. Do a 17 hit Andraste.
No.
Gosh darn.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing I have 2 actions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nope. She in fact misses twice.
All right.
I
What was
got
she
a
trying
9
to
the
do?
second time.
What was she trying to do?
She was trying to go do her little axie thing.
Yeah, and then you just see the flames as they're breaking out across her, and like you're like swinging, and you're like, oh shit, and they miss. Would you like to do anything else?
Yeah, she'll spit on her.
Solid.
Free action, spitting.
It sure is. Diani with Asira on deck.
Looking around, who looks the most hurt right now?
Lila.
Probably Lila.
I cannot fix emotional damage. I'm sorry.
Physically,
Also very physically damaged. She's bleeding a lot.
Okay, let me rephrase. I can heal 6 people. I desperately need healing. So, who out of the other 6 looks the most? So, me, Lila, you are too far away, Ashara.
That's fair.
Probably Clay.
How is Hawk doing?
He's all right. He's like at half damage, but he's still pretty good.
Okay, Bronwyn?
I'm still pretty high after doing my second wind. I still have 37.
And Sarah.
I'm at 13.
Okay, so I am going to do Mass Healing Word. It is a bonus act.
You muted yourself partway through that sentence.
So Lila, Asira, Hawk, Clay, and myself. Wait. And Bronwyn. Yeah, that's 6. I'll get 13 hit points. 14 hit points. I can math.
14.
Ooh, thank you.
It's not much, but it's something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I would like to Sacred Flame Elvhen. So that's a dex save.
Cool. What's
It's disadvantage, right?
Because he's on the ground.
Oh, he is on the ground. That's a nat 7.
So, okay. So that's a failure.
Probably. I mean, what's 7 plus 5? 12?
12.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a failure. He takes
Oh no, his dex is 0.
He takes 10 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to light the fucker up.
Hell
I
yeah.
get to roll off it.
Tina
Just-
freaked him across the apartment shouting, yes!
I want to yell Lila roll, and I want to set him on fire.
She is stabbed. She has been shish kebabbed.
I just healed her. It's fine. No, it's not actual fire. It's radiant damage.
Okay.
So it's not actual flame. It is like
Yeah. So Lila,
light.
do you roll? You want to roll? If possible.
I think if I roll with the sword in my back, it'd be worse. So she's gonna kind of, with just a second to spare, because she's like, she's gonna like turn her face away from him.
Cool.
It-
I got this.
it won't actually be fire. It is radiant damage. So it's like
But it's like
light.
radiant fire. So. The thing we talked about.
Oh no. Okay.
So you turn your face away, as you can, as Alonin is like
Oh my god, that worked
bathed in
perfectly.
this radiant fire. He disintegrates beneath you, and you just kind of like thump onto the ground. And now you're just laying in the pile of ash that was him. And when you turned your head, your hair got caught in the flames, and it got singed off partially. Your braid is now no longer.
That's gay.
Fuck your hair.
And it's just like most of the braid, like the long part of the braid.
We all getting
Your hair
haircuts
can be
today.
as
How
long as
about
you
it?
want to be.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Callie. I'm your local barber.
Callie's barbershop and gender affirmations.
That's my business. Please leave a 5-star Google review.
5 stars, all caps, gender euphoria.
Thank you. All right. So,
is Andraste dead? Is Andraste dead?
Dead?
Andraste wasn't dead yet, was she?
no. Trust the process.
I just
I
announced
don't.
Andraste wasn't dead, and I saw Rosie's head pop up from behind my computer screen. Like, what?
I don't trust the process, Callie. I am very sus.
So, as Andraste sees Alonin crumble into ash beneath Lila, she, how do I explain it? She lets out this like force pulse that throws those of you closest to her back about like 10 feet. You were just thrown across the room. And she lets out this very anguished yell. The walls around you begin to shake, and there's this rumbling, and you can see as bits of the ceiling begin to fall all around you, nearly missing or nearly hitting half of you as you are like prone on the ground from being expelled away from her. What do you guys do as the castle begins to crumble around you.
I mean, I kind of want to kill her.
Yeah, like I'm gonna run for the door, but I'll be damned if I don't get off at least 2 more shots.
I would like to run and tackle Andraste.
Run and tackle Andraste.
Can I help?
You can't tackle her if she's already tackling.
What am I rolling?
I mean, like,
Oh. Because you would have to explain to me how you're assisting.
I'm gonna try and tackle her at the same time.
Then you both would just roll to tackle. Would just be an armed attack.
Okay.
Thing is, you
26.
also have to use half your movement to get up because you've both been knocked prone.
26.
Cool.
Unarmed attack. 23.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a quick roll. Cool. You both run to tackle her. And
Yeah.
you basically meet a wall. Like, she is a solid force that isn't going anywhere.
And
And you both are like, you like knock into her and you both fall on your backs again.
can I fire my 2 shots at her as I run for the door?
Sure.
22. I got glasses and I still can't read. 16 plus 9, 25. 22 and 25.
Okay. Both of those will hit.
15 on that first one.
Mhm.
17 on that second one.
Okay. She just kind of glares at you as you run for the door.
Flip her off.
And as you run, you can see as a large piece of the ceiling is about to fall very close to the door. It lands and it just kind of blocks off just enough that you can still kind of like squeeze through,
Mm-hmm.
but otherwise the door's getting blocked.
Yeah,
on
I'm
you.
gonna start to yell at the others. I think we need to get out of here. And I'm gonna shimmy through the opening.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone. Lila wouldn't even try to go for Andraste. She would have grabbed Seer and used her shield to try to cover both of them and started booking it.
Yeah.
I would like to look at Bronwyn, and Clay's gonna offer his hand. Whatever one would work to grab Bronwyn's remaining arm. And he's gonna offer his hand and he's going to try and grab it and be like, she's gonna bury herself in this hell anyways, let's go. And he's gonna try and figure out where Diani is and see if he can get Bronwyn to come with them.
Will you roll persuasion for me?
Yeah. What if he gives her what if he gives her a kiss?
She is covered in her own blood, Iker, and raging. So her
baby girl,
eyes
that
blood
means
red.
nothing. He would absolutely still kiss her. That was an 18 plus 5, so
All right, yeah. She it takes her a minute to agree.
valid.
And she looks at Andraste and screams at her. No words, just screaming. And then takes Clay's hand. But it's gonna make Diani go through the little gap first.
Yeah, Clayon's making a run for it.
Diani's will wait until they are definitely heading towards the door before she also takes off towards the door. She'll go first as long as Clay is holding on to Bronwyn.
Yeah, Clay would have grabbed her hand as they went by as much as possible. And then yeah.
Yeah, then she'll squeeze through and wait on the other side.
All right.
Also, getting the fuck out.
So you guys are running through the castle, making your way back through the halls, as the entire thing is just crumbling around you. As you get to the main entryway, you can see that part of the ceiling had collapsed where the door was, and now the door is like partially open and off kilter, and Ishan is like trying to he's like climbing through, and then he sees you guys coming, he's like, oh shit. And then he like pushes Jimmy out of the way, and he's like, move, they're coming.
I think since I was in the lead, I would be the first one to scramble out. I'm just gonna.
And he's right there to catch you.
Yeah, and I just wrap my arms around him, and I don't let go.
As you're doing that, a big piece of like one of the towers is like falling. And Jimmy just kind of looks up and he's like, oh. And then he just pushes both of you. And you both kind of like tumble down the stairs a bit until you're like laying together at the bottom of the stairs, just like holding on to each other. And Ishan's like holding on to you very tightly, like fingers gripping into you. He's like, oh. And then he looks up at you and he's like, hi.
She just like buries her face in his shoulders, like, I'm sorry I left you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't do that again, please. Please. And he's just very, very stressed.
Yeah.
Very stressed. The rest of you kind of scramble through the opening of what's left of the door. And you realize once you're all out in the open that it's not just the castle that's crumbling. It's the entire city. And you can see as these sort of like sinkholes appear around you as it just everything is crumbling around you. What y'all do?
Run. I have one hand holding Diani, one hand holding Bronwyn. We're running. I'm running. Let's go. Can we get
Run down the stairs, leap over Sean and Ashara. And Jimmy's like at the door, like ushering you all out, and like he looks through the door.
Is Hawk with us?
Hawk is with you, yes.
I forgot
Hawk is with you. Everything's crumbling. Jimmy looks through the door and he sees Andraste charging at you all, running after you, and her form kind of like shifts, and like he sees this lurch in her shoulder as her limbs begin to extend.
Yes.
And she basically becomes what you would expect a big bad darkspawn to look like. Kind of like Corypheus-esque, I would say, but still Andraste.
Corypheus, but in a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was already in
Pretty
a
sure
dress.
he was in a dress.
Already in a, he was in magistrate's robes.
And her sword also elongates with her, so it's like twice as big as it was before. And she's just like at this point crawling her way through the hallway, like nails or like daggers gripping into the stone as she's like coming to basically bust through the main door. And at that point he's like, oh, gotta go, and runs.
And that tower
He's,
falls
like,
on her and she fucking dies.
Reaches down and grabs Ishan by like the shoulder and like yanks him up, and he's just like, let's go. Bolts.
I'm scrambling after them.
You guys are running through the city. It's just crumbling around you, and getting closer and closer. You can finally see the gates, and just as you are like getting into like the main courtyard area where you're able to, like, the buildings kind of stop and it's like the gates. The gates just kind of like topple over and fall off the edge of this cliff because it's not on the ground anymore.
Are we back up in the air?
We're floating again.
You are slowly rising back into the air.
How far is the jump?
It's pretty good. It's probably getting close to like 50 to 100 feet at this point. And it's just continuously rising, probably a foot every however long.
Who's got rope?
Does she say that out loud? Does the shark
Yeah.
say that?
Yeah, Char's like, who's got rope?
Got 50 feet.
Same.
Same.
I've got
Time
rope.
together, time to something.
I am
Are we
just
getting?
going to slide down as far as you can and pray.
So as you
Okay.
guys are talking about your ropes, Valentin comes running through. He's like, we don't have time for that.
I'm aware, but we don't have any other options.
And he just kind of like busts through all of you, and he's like waving his hands, and a portal opens up before you,
could've
where the
done
gate
that the
was. This
whole
big
time,
green
couldn't
portal.
you?
He's like, he looks at you and he says, I don't know if this will work, but it's better than nothing. And he pushes Ashan through.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
and I follow immediately because fuck that.
Bronwyn is
If a
like,
char is going, I'm going.
Lila's gone.
I'm going.
Hawk goes through as well.
Clay's gonna look at Valentin and be like, are you coming?
And he just kind of looks back at her, at Andraste, as she's like coming down like towards you all.
I would like to,
Just go, I'll be fine.
I would like to push Clay through.
We are holding hands, so you are pulled through.
No, I would like to
Actually,
let go
yes.
of his hand and push him through.
I would like to hold on to her hand with a
I think
straight.
she's kind of already loosened a grip.
Yeah,
as
she
the-
lets go, and then
I'll fucking roll.
just
You want me
roll,
to roll?
just roll 20s against each other.
Flat 20,
Just flat 20.
18.
2.
So you like turn to push, but he's still gripping onto your hand, and he doesn't like budge at all. Neither
He's
of you
just
have
gonna-
gone through the portal.
He's just gonna turn and look at her and be like, "You're not staying behind with this." We don't have time. The monster is coming now. You're not staying
You don't have
behind.
time, just go. He's like freaking out. He's like trying to like whip up a magical barrier to hold her off as long as he can.
Bronwyn is gonna like nod to Valentin and be like, we're coming too, but I need to make sure of something first, and I need you to go.
There are tears in Clay's eyes. He doesn't know what to do. But you motherfucker. God damn. He is gonna grab her by the shoulders and just bury his face in her shoulder for a second and just, I'm trusting you. You better be coming with. And then he's gonna step backward through the portal.
She will like hug him back really tightly, and she's like stopped raging at this point, so her eyes are back to normal, and she's like crying. And then once he goes through the portal, she's gonna turn to Valentin and say, "I need to know how blighted I am."
This is hell.
You think we have time for this?
I'm not going back through if I'm
I
going
will
to
make you
expose the
go back
world.
through. Young lady, I will make you.
Push her through! Push her through!
She's going to grab his hand very
And,
tightly.
like he's like trying to hold up the barrier, and she's
Yeah.
like grabbing onto him,
Like-
and Andraste is like reaching it, like banging on it.
And she's going to very quickly like explain like there was an orb, it did something, I don't know, but I touched it and it broke, and now my arm's gone, and I need to
I
know if
noticed.
I'm bringing something back out of the Fade if I go back out of the Fade.
Well, you're touching me just fine. I would assume you're fine.
She just looks at him like not convinced, like she is going to stay.
I don't have all the answers, Bronwyn. I know a lot of things, and I know I've done a lot of things, but I don't have an answer for everything. And this is probably the most sober you've ever seen him. And you get the sense from him that he is really just trying to get you out, but he's also sincere in his answer.
It's also been like a couple hours since he had a pop rock. So.
It is, yes. Like, this is a man who is like, he hasn't been sober in like centuries. But there is a shift now that you and the others were in danger. He like went into protect mode.
She's like crying as she looks at him, and she's like, I can't be the start of another blight.
Then don't be.
The fuck does that mean?
Just because you have the blight doesn't mean it's going to spread to everyone. It's been contained in you this long.
I can hear you through the wall, Brie. She's literally like staring up at him like she doesn't know if she's gonna go through or not. She's just holding his hand like she's ready to die here.
Roll a strength check. Strength save.
15.
He pulls his hand away from you. Like, he's still holding his hand up, and you can see him like he's struggling to keep the barrier up at this point. He reaches out and places his hand on your cheek, and he says, I need you to go. Please. You have too much left to do. Go.
All right, but she wants to pull him through too.
You're gonna have to roll another strength check.
I rolled as many strength checks as you want. Oh, okay.
This one, I will say, with disadvantage.
God damn it. I already rolled poorly. I rolled an 11.
Yeah. No.
Damn it. You gotta come with.
I've been here my whole life. I think I'll survive this. But I need you out there. They need you out there. Your father needs you out there.
God damn it. She's like sobbing. And she's gonna hug him. But like
He's
that
awkward
does it.
one-arm hug as he's
Yeah.
like struggling.
And she'll nod and she'll say, come find me.
I will. Now go. And he's like kicking at you like,
Yeah.
no.
All right, she goes through.
Can Clay catch her as she comes through?
Yeah.
Clay's reaching out. Clay has been fucking sobbing at the entrance of the portal.
Definitely,
Please let me have made the right decision.
As soon as Yanni gets through, she turns around to see Clay and to wait for Clay and Bronwyn. And when Clay comes through by himself, she just screams. Like she's just like, where is she? You were supposed to bring her with you. What happened? Where is she?
Whatever happened to her in that room has her so fucked up in the head. If I had pulled her through without her wanting to, she would have. She's coming. I know she's coming. I just wanted it to be her choice. And then she falls through the portal.
Into his arms.
And she just
His arms.
absolutely collapses, sobbing.
And as soon as you're out, the portal kind of like swirls and dissipates. And you guys find yourselves back in the mountains. This giant
Oh my
swords
fucking
rise
God.
up around you.
Clay holding Bronwyn is just going to turn to Diani and just reach an arm out. I said, just
She
sobbing.
just collapses.
You mean like where we first entered the Fade?
Mm-hmm. You do notice though,
The horses are gone.
horses are gone, and you realize that the blades of the swords are now smooth, like the names had never been there.
All of them, or just the ones that we noticed that have like our names on them?
All of them.
I mean, Bronwyn doesn't notice. She's not concerned with it.
Yeah, I would say is first thing Ashara is looking for is to make sure Ishan is back.
He is right there with you, and he's just kind of looking around and seeing these swords, and he's like, I love having a spinny chair. This is great.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is the point where it's just too fucking much, and Lila just kind of crumples to the ground and starts sobbing.
Does as we're looking around, does it look like the seasons have changed? Like, does it look like if we entered in
Roll
during
a perception check.
perception? 18.
Yeah, so you take a look around, and before it was like, when you first entered, it was mid-spring leading into summer. And now you realize that the grass has started to turn brown, and there are some dried leaves on the ground. The air is a little cooler than it was before.
Oh my god, so it's like the beginning of autumn.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Ashara is gonna just like pick up she's gonna kind of fall down on her butt, and she's gonna pick up a stray like crumbling leaf and just kind of in Elvish, so only Ashan and Diani are really gonna understand. She's gonna start cursing in Elvish. Like,
No, Bronwyn wouldn't get that much.
oh yeah, okay, yeah. So you just hear, oh fuck, shit, fuck.
Ashan is kneeling next to you. He's got like his hands on your shoulders, like, what's happening?
We came into the Fade during spring, and she's gonna hold up the autumn leaf and be like, how long have we been gone?
He just kind of, yeah, things move a little differently in the Fade. How old
Sean,
are you?
how who knows how bad things have gotten now?
No, really, how old are you?
23.
Okay. No.
How? He does look older than when he left, though, right? When we lost him. How?
Oh yeah, are we gonna start seeing like changes in time on us now?
how much older am I than you? How much older are you than me?
I haven't decided this yet. So I'm 20.
All right. I mean,
It could be worse.
yeah,
Acceptable age gap.
It could be a lot worse.
I'm still shorter than you, so you still have that to lord over me.
This is true.
So while Lila's sobbing, she's going to attempt. I'm assuming Asira comes over to her
Yeah. I'm definitely coming over to comfort. Yeah.
because she's going to try to get out through her sobs that they think we're dead.
You saw them?
I think so. I don't know for sure. How could I know? But it makes sense with this. They think we're dead. And I suddenly fucking appeared. My dog's concerned about me.
Oh. Well,
We have to get back.
yeah.
We
I
have to
mean,
get a note, a letter.
We have to tell them.
yeah, that's our first priority. Wait, is Hawk with us?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's just looking around also at the swords. And he's a little more chill about it than Sean was. He's also kind of on edge though, because it's been 2 years since he's been in.
But how long has it felt like to him?
Would you like to ask him?
I don't think Lila's thinking that.
Shara would, now that she knows that Ashawn has technically only aged like 4 years, you know, to the like 7 or 8 that he's been gone, she's gonna look at Hawk and just, how long has it been for you? Like, how you think? Since
He
you
just looks at you and he's like, hasn't it only been maybe 2-3 months?
oh, and Ashara just gets that look on her face like, oh, Hawk, it's been almost 3 years.
Years. And he just kind of like takes a moment, walks away, hands on his hips, like breathing heavily. Oh. He looks at Bronwyn, sees that she's crying, and he's like, maybe later. Let's talk about that later.
She will
he
happily
just kinda
talk
walks
about
away
that
for a
later.
bit. He
Callie,
just kind of walks away for a bit.
does Bronwyn feel the normal amount of blighted for her?
She does.
More or less.
Yeah.
Alright.
While we're all sitting here and chilling, I'm going to attempt to cast Cure Wounds on myself. So, oh yeah, that does succeed. So that is 1d8 plus 2.
I think that if Tiani notices that
Heal myself.
Ashara is healing herself, I have one more mass heal wounds. I will heal
Oh no,
you
you.
5 and Hawk. I'm not gonna heal
Oh,
myself.
you're gonna heal me 5.
I'm gonna heal everyone in the party but me and Hawk.
I don't need it if Hawk needs it. Or if you need it. I don't need it.
I just don't think that Tiani would think about herself. I think she would just panic, heal everyone.
Are we also kind of done with combat, so we might just go into a long rest?
Yeah, you guys are gonna long rest at the end of the session.
Again, not thinking
even-
clearly, just realizing that everyone's
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
hurt and just like panic casting.
So in other words, that is a spell that is cast for role-playing purposes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like 15 points, but we're gonna be going into a rest. It doesn't really matter.
How
Can I go
much?
ahead and make a call and say that Lila has a scar from that sword in the back?
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like it also then got,
How does-
burned.
Necrotic, yeah.
How does
Oh no, you didn't get
shoulder
necrotic.
wound look?
Yeah, I think a couple of us are gonna have scars from the fade.
Yeah, I got a necrotic
Oh,
scar.
you're gonna have a scar?
Can we just like go over the changes that are gonna be happening?
Maybe like this big, you know.
We'll do a full like level 10 makeover scene at the beginning of next session. So you guys have
Fucking
time to
delightful.
and think about how combat went and how you want that to affect your character.
Do we get back to
Diani
Skyhold?
can, mourn their braids.
Yeah.
Ashara just look around and be like, we need to. What time of what does this does it look like it's morning, midday, afternoon?
The sun is still rising in the sky.
We need to go.
We need transportation. Oh, well, nope. I'm gonna take those words back because Lila's still crying. Never mind.
Yeah, Clay's not paying attention either.
Yeah, I know. Ashara's just sort of as the least affected out of all of this. She's just gonna kind of get up and brush herself off and try and much like an older sibling trying to get a bunch of younger siblings to do what they need to do. She's gonna try and start hurting people and just be like, guys, come on, we need to start heading back. We need
If
to get
we
somewhere.
can rest, I can prepare a spell to let them know that we are alive.
Yeah, Lila. I'm
Yes.
saying that loud
You know
enough.
what?
Everyone's Lila's gonna perk up.
Yeah, Ashara is going to be like, yes, in that case, everyone sit down and I'm just going to start going around to gather whatever kindling I can to make a campfire to kind of.
Meta speaking, I need 4 hours for a long rest.
Well, she's immediately gonna ask.
So-
Well, if everyone's
Will you
doing
be
that,
able to tell them? How much will you be able to get to them?
I can send one message and receive one. Out of character, I can prepare sending. I get 25 words or less to someone that I've met before.
Okay.
And they can send a message back in the same way.
Okay.
They hear it in their mind, recognize you as the sender, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
and Ashara introduced you to all of the upper members, so convenient.
Yeah.
I think that Diani would go right to the Inquisitor.
Yeah, I think Lila would start to speak and say, "Can you send it to?" And then kind of stop and pull herself back and say, "The Inquisitor would believe you, wouldn't she? She would know it was you." There's definitely a moment of it's not what she wants, but she knows it's the option that's going to lead to them all believing it. Because I think of Colin heard that in his head. I don't know. He might just be like, shit. Now I'm hearing things.
Amen.
It's delirium dreams.
Oh no. Oh God.
Well, everyone is sort of sitting around shell-shocked because Ashara doesn't feel comfortable just sitting still at this point. She's going to go hunting for something for people to eat. So she's going to kind of go foraging. She's going to kind of look at Ashan and be like, come with.
He nods and just gets up off the ground and follows.
While you're doing that, Lila's going to ask Seer for the letter. And then when she gives it back, she's going to open it and hand it. Well, you can give it back to me when I ask for it.
Yes, yeah.
She's going to open it, look at it, and then hand it to Seer, opened. So she can read that if she wants. Now go ahead.
I mean, Ashara is just going to take Ashan because she doesn't want to leave him alone again, but all at the same time, she's going to.
Oh, I thought you were going to try to mac on him. Sorry.
Well, I mean, but she is going to try and hunt for some fresh food for people because, Pop Rocks and Nightmare Jerky, it ain't cutting it.
He has not moved since he has gotten Bronwyn. He's still just. I don't think they're gonna move for a while.
Yeah, Bronwyn's like not talking. Like, I think eventually she'll calm down enough to stop crying, but she's just gonna be very clingy and just kind of silent and sitting there.
In Clay's arms.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably holding Diani's hand with her single hand.
Yes.
Yanni's definitely like just curled up in a ball in front
Absolutely.
of them.
Yeah. Clay's got an arm around both of them. Clay's everything that matters is safe. It's here. We all came through the portal. It's all worked out. We're right here. That's
quite
all that
literally
matters.
used almost every spell I had. Like, I think I have one spell slot left.
You
So she's
were
exhausted.
badass.
Amazing.
So I just rolled for survival for like hunting and foraging. I got a 20.
Oh yeah. You get plenty of food. You manage to get like a deer or whatever. I assume they would have deer in Thetis.
Yeah.
As long as they're not Hala.
Yeah.
Not
No
a,
Hala in the
a
frost.
different
They
deer.
have like the rams and stuff.
yeah,
so,
you can get a ram.
but while she's like, field dressing it, essentially, she's just gonna kind of look at Ashan and be like, do you think he could have done that before the portal? I mean, and she sounds kind of bitter about it.
He tried and it didn't work. I just walked right through it. I'm surprised it worked this time.
She's quiet, like she's not sure what to say, and then she's just like, I'm sorry I wasn't there before. I should have gone with you.
You can't don't do that to yourself. I'm glad you weren't with me. I mean, yeah, it sucked, but
I don't want to lose you again.
and hopefully you won't. Whatever this mess is with the Avenuris, I'll be right there with you.
And as they start to head back to, like towards camp, and she's just gonna, what do you think they were? I see you. What do you think they were?
I mean, I want to say Darkspawn, but I also know that's not right. I mean, do you think they were the Forgotten Ones?
In a way, it makes sense if you think about the legends about them being locked away. They were locked in the city. The question is now is, did we kill them and did that do anything? Like, are they actually dead? Does that change things?
I don't know. I wasn't in the fight. I just saw whatever that thing was.
It was fucked up.
Yeah.
So, and she's gonna start describing how like one of them looked like the divine who died, which you weren't here for that. The divine was exploded in with a bunch of other things that opened the rifts the first time. One of them looked like the divine, so that was kind of weird. One of them looked like Andraste, which that was weird, but it felt kind of good shooting her.
Wait, is that what the big thing was?
Yeah, only she wasn't that big inside. Supposedly. I don't know if they were actually who they were appeared to be, or if they were just masquerading as like things that, you know, people would recognize. One of them looked like one of the previous chosen before us that died. I don't know. We didn't see into two of the rooms. Like there didn't really seem to be anything in there, but so I don't know what that means, if anything. But yeah, it was wicked and creepy and not great. I'm glad you were there. I kind of wish I hadn't been there, but
I really wish you hadn't been there, but no, you just left me outside.
you know me, I've never been smart about trouble.
Yeah.
She will lean over and give him a kiss on the cheek and say, I'm glad you're safe though.
His face just goes bright red. He's just like, mm-hmm.
And when they get back to camp, she'll just start cooking and like that, just making sure everyone at least has some food to kind of help with the shock, because you know,
And he's like staying close to you and helping as much as he can. It just is very natural. Anyone else want to do anything before we close the session?
I want to know Asira's reaction to the letter.
Do you have the letter handy to resend? Or tell us where it is?
It's in the letters.
It's in the letters.
No campaign thing. It's the last thing before. It's actually pictures because I hand wrote it.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Give me just a second. But yeah, she definitely reads it. I just God.
I would also love to hear a little more reaction to Bronwyn not having an arm from the people that she's in a throuple with.
I mean,
Clay,
we're all in shock.
We're just
Clay is-
piling right now.
as he like slowly recovers from like the trauma of like having to fucking leave Bronwyn behind so that she could make the choice to choose to be with the party and to come back. As he deals with like the fucking mental trauma of that, and he's like his logical brain, like the part that is disconnected because he's just like freaking out, he's just looking at her arm just like, oh, I could do this. Oh, okay, well I could do, I mean, I've got okay, so if I just do like this, if I reconfigure the amount that I have already, I could just and then to an actual forearm, that would work. I've already got the parts for this. I've already got everything figured out. I just got to figure out how to make the forearm. And he's doing all of the calculations and on the logical side of his brain that's disconnected from the immense freak out trauma side.
I want to know what Diani says to the Inquisitor after 4 hours.
Lila would definitely speak up whenever she's planning that and explain what had happened when she poofed in.
So I'm doing the math right now. I'm actually typing in the chat to figure it out. I'm thinking it's gonna be we're alive, out of fade. Hawk is here, need horses, please help. Tell Khalid Lila is alive.
Oh,
Oh my god.
That fits.
I have 25 words. So technically I could add a few more if anyone else needs something said. I was thinking about telling Josie that Ashara is alive, but I'm not sure that matters anymore. So
yeah, that doesn't really actually,
Okay, I don't know.
if you Ashara, if you're like running by what you're gonna say, Ashara would ask you to say, how's the clan?
okay.
Lila, like reluctantly, but would still say, should we just tell them that the entire party's accounted for? Then they know everyone came back and no one was lost. Lila would never say it. Katie in the back of her mind is thinking, except for Bronwyn's arm. That's gone.
Okay, I can
I got left
say,
behind.
I did say we're alive. So I could do everyone alive, out of fade. Hawk is here, need horses, please help. Tell Cullen Lila is alive. How is the plan? I have 2 words left.
But if you say everyone's alive,
I did.
but then you also say Lila's alive.
Specifically tell Cullen.
Gotta
Did you
reassure the
mention
poor man.
Did you mention Hawk? I missed it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lila would definitely be like bright red, especially like when Diani insists of like continuing to include it, of like,
out of fade near Rift, maybe, so they know where we are.
yes.
But again, I need 4 hours of sleep before I can do this. So this will happen next
Yeah.
session.
But
I
then
just
would
wanted
make
to know
me
what that-
formulate my response.
Well, so where are we? Sorry for the meta question, Callie. Where are we starting next session?
We'll probably start. We can either start like you guys arriving, or we can just start here.
The thing is, if people wanted, this would be another opportunity for a bunch of RP in the chat. If we wanted to start next session arriving, we could do a bunch of RP in chat of on the way there. That was fun when we did it last time.
Katie just really likes RP.
I
So yeah, whichever you guys want to do, I'm cool with whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Kate,
we-
did you still want my response to the letter?
Yes.
Because I did read it. I'm just going. I'm just gonna look at her and then look at the letter, and then like embrace her, and then just kind of quietly be like, well, we'll get you back to him.
just don't know if he'll be all right. He didn't look well when I saw him. If I felt like this with how long we've been, it's been so much longer for him.
It has, but hopefully not that much time has passed since he last saw you, if he actually saw you.
I
For
hope
better or go ahead.
no, and she just says, I hope so.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I hate to say this to you, of all people, right now, but I guess we just have to have faith.
Yeah, she's gonna laugh while still crying, and just hug her. Did you hear that? Is that the little baby? Did you want down? She's standing on the edge, just like squeaking.
Baby.
She's fine, Tally. She's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, she's just gonna laugh and hug her. If we want to do more, we can repeat later in the chat if you want. Is everyone good with that idea?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was up my nose.
All right, then we will end there.